Hello, this is Smarty Bob here in Central Indiana, where it is Tuesday, January the 24th, and the temperature is 31 degrees, feels like 25. Winds are out of the west-southwest at 7 miles per hour. I'm smoking my Colossus. Great pipe, substantial bowl, love it. It's called a masterpiece, this particular model. And in it, some of my own Frankenstein blend. Probably a mixture of codgers in there. Today, I would like to talk about what it was like back in the day. World War II was responsible for forcing Americans to use margarine. For the first time, they used margarine because they couldn't get butter. Margarine was called by another name called oleo, but the entire word was oleomargarine. What is oleo? Oleo is a mixture of plant-based oils, mainly from the seeds. The seeds were corn oil, cottonseed oil, safflower oil, soy oil, sunflower seed oil, even some olive oil. They would take the oil, put it into a whipping machine, and whip it up, froth it up with air in there. They froth it. Excuse the noise, I got construction going on across the street. They're building a new house over there. They'd froth it up and it would become white like Crisco, white like lard. Butter, of course, is a dairy product, and most of it was kind of an off-white color all the way to a yellow. The color would depend on what the cow was eating when you milked it. Now, I grew up and we had farms all the way around us. We had a dairy within walking distance. About twice a week, we'd walk down there, get a couple of gallons of milk, bring it back, let the milk sit in the refrigerator for a day, and the cream would rise to the top. You'd skim that cream off there easy, put it in a glass jar with a paddle on it that you'd churn. Did that long enough. It separated the fat from the milk, and it became butter. You took that butter out, you put it into butter molds and put it in the refrigerator. Now, when the war broke out, there were less farm help to work those dairy farms, so a lot of the farmers cut their dairies down a little bit. Also, the government was buying meat to feed the troops and butter. So the American citizens had to turn to something else, and they turned to margarine. Back then, when you sold food products, you couldn't color them. You couldn't fake color them. You couldn't add dye to them to make them red or different colors. So margarine originally came out, it was just white. It looked like Crisco. the companies got clever. They'd come out with a product. They would put a pound of that margarine in a thick plastic bag. Inside that bag, they would put about an inch by inch thinner piece of plastic, and they'd put a dye pill in there. They would sell you that bag, and it wasn't colored, but it was you that pushed the button through the thin plastic inside, releasing the pill in the margarine, and you'd sit there and you'd knead that bag. The margarine would turn a yellow color, look just like butter. Then you'd cut open the plastic bag, and it was soft enough, and you'd put it in your butter presses, put it in the refrigerator just like you did butter. It'd get cold and hard, and you'd get out and cut it. And a lot of people liked it and ate it, and a lot of it tasted good. I mean, I could tell real butter from margarine, but America got used to margarine. So much so that many recipes back in the day called for margarine. There were some recipes that you couldn't use margarine, you had to use butter. Well, there was always an argument when Mom came home from the grocery store and had those bags of margarine that you had to push the pill through between me and my siblings. We'd all want to push the pill and add the color to the margarine. It was like magic. And that's one of the ways we entertained ourselves as children back in the day. Listen. I hope you get to enjoy your pipe today, smoking in it your favorite blend. Whatever day I post this and whatever day you view this, I want you to know that yesterday's just a memory. Man, my yesterdays are full of fond memories. Tomorrow's just a promise. And I'm sure we're all going to create great memories tomorrow. But I want you to enjoy today. Now, the favorite part of my video. Let's see if we can shut this off. No. Second time's the charm.